Good afternoon. Traumatised Scots holidaymakers have been telling how people fled from the worst mass shooting in modern US history. Security services are trying to establish why the gunman, Stephen Paddock, decided to commit what President Trump has described as an act of pure evil.
I heard the shots and you do it for, it did sound like bop, 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 but your brain just goes, that can't be gunfire, it must be fireworks, it must be the end of the concert.
Running into shopping malls, they were shutting all the shops and we're wondering where to hide, we're standing behind pillars and we're thinking the gunmen were below us. It was horrible.
We've seen a lot of ambulances, cars, also there was bodies getting put into the back of things as well.
Aberdeen Football Club will find out later if council planners recommend an application for a new stadium is backed or refused. The £50 million complex would be built at Kingsford on the outskirts of the city. Councillors will decide next week whether to give the go-ahead to the project. A 16-year-old boy has been charged with assaulting another boy at a secondary school. Police and an ambulance crew were called to Ellen Academy in Aberdeenshire around 8:20 this morning. A 12-year-old boy has suffered a head injury. A 16-year-old boy has been charged and will be reported to the Youth Justice Management Unit. The Scottish Government is expected to announce a ban on fracking later this afternoon. A moratorium has been in place since January 2015, but Energy Minister Paul Wheelhouse is expected to bring forward a final decision. Sport and some of the world's top golfers have arrived for this year's Dunhill Links Championship in St Andrews, Kingsbarns and Carnoustie. There will also be an A-list feel to things with big names from the worlds of entertainment and sport also in the field for the event, which starts on Thursday.
You meet people that you usually see on TV. There was a guy, Dave, he plays for the Lincoln Park for the band. I just met him on the range. Those guys you just meet and you talk about golf, you talk about life in general. And then obviously over the next 3-4 days you play with different people from all different kind of work they have been very successful in. So it's very inspiring.
Now here's Alex with a look at the weather.
STV weather, sponsored by Thompson.
Hello, good afternoon. Well, it's a relatively quiet afternoon in Prospect. Fair amount of brightness from Murrayfirth down into Aberdeenshire. Still some showers out here to the west and particularly over the Northern Isles, but nothing too dramatic. A little bit breezy too in the Northern Isles. But things do begin to turn over during the night. You get a lot of dry, clear weather through the evening for a while, but then you start to see all this kind of showers and rain gathering itself together in the west, and it pushes its way steadily southward so that by the morning it's kind of parked just to the south of Fife. Breezy, windy again, particularly in the northwest by the end of the night. And that leaves Wednesday, well, bright in the northeast, rain in the southwest.
STV weather, sponsored by Thompson.
That's all for now. Join Norman at 6 for all today's news and sport. Until then, from everyone here, have a good afternoon. Goodbye.